Good afternoon. My name is Derek Jones, and today I will be discussing mass shootings in the world for this podcast. Um, what was brought to my attention for a mass shooting which recently happened at Texas A&M Commerce on their homecoming party after the party ended and the students left the venue, a mass shooting occurred right then and there, which led to 5 to 11 innocent student lives being taken away, which is sad in my opinion because how are you gonna notify the parents of the students who lost their lives in that mass shooting? And how can you overcome the trauma of seeing your peer get murdered in cold blood? For this podcast, I just want to have three questions that I don't know when they're going to get answered. Maybe in the future, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, but I have three questions. Question number one: what joy does it bring to the shooter to take innocent lives away? And what causes them to be amped up just to take an innocent life? Number two: why are the guns having an it? Why do the guns have an easier access than resources in the lower class community? So let me rephrase that question number two. Question number two: why is it that guns are easier to access than resources in some of the lower class communities? Question number three: how are you supposed to feel safe when you are on your school grounds or even 5 minutes away from your school grounds and somehow trouble still comes your way? So basically, to wrap up that question number three, how can you feel safe when it seems that no matter where you go, it's not safe? Because we have people dying in their homes, people dying at their schools, people dying from their homecoming parties, just people dying in general. So honestly, I don't understand why gun violence is increasing in America. With those three questions that I have asked and hopefully we get answered, those three questions are most likely the main three questions, and a lot of people may want to get answers from the three questions as well. Um, like I said, pray for commerce because they're going through a tough time right now. People have lost their friends, their brothers, their cousins, their the victims have lost just their life in general. The families lost the son or either daughter. So basically what I'm trying to say is that mass shootings in America is, yes, increasing in an alarming rate because I just don't understand why they happen, because these are really unanswered questions. You can literally wake up, walk outside, and then boom, you're murdered. You, no matter if you've been hostile or not, there is no safe environment. There it the gun control is never gonna stop. People are always gonna have easy access to guns because yes, it's true that we need to protect ourselves, but how far does protecting ourselves go along? Because you can kill someone and say they did this, and that to you, but did they really do this, and that to you? Did you kill them for self-defense, or did you kill them just because the skin color? Just because?
Hello, my name is Jerome Drakeford, and mass shootings has been an issue for a very long time. I first learned about mass shootings when my teachers talked about the Columbine shooting in class. The two boys, Eric and Dylan, who were being bullied So they went inside their high school and killed 13 people using grenades, smoke bombs, assault rifles, shotguns, and handguns to eliminate their other students in the class and teachers. I started to stereotype white men as I got older because I started to realize that it was majority white men who committed mass murders out of anger. For example, the Columbine shooting, Vegas shooting, Sandy Hook, the church shooting, as well as El Paso and more. They were all committed by white men who had issues with the world. Like, for example, black people kill each other. We understand that, but there is animosity involved in our murders. There's a purpose or a motive. We don't just walk out in public and rain bullets on hundreds of innocent people, and then after we realize what we did, we take our own lives in fear of consequences. I feel as though mental health plays a major role in mass murders. I'm not sure how it could be done, but there needs to be more effort from society in pointing out people who show symbols of a mental illness and who have violent behavior. In some cases of mass murders, the perpetrator will upload things onto social media that were violent and should have been investigated early. For example, the Columbine shooting. Dylan and Eric have posted videos of themselves throwing the bombs and shooting guns before they committed their murders, but nobody said anything about it for some specific reason. And no, if they would have shared the post with authority, people's lives wouldn't have been taken as a result. In order to slow down or eliminate the mass murders, it is not up to the police, the president, or the government. It is up to society to learn and start talking.
Good afternoon. My name is Valerie Aguirre, and I am going to discuss the mass shootings around the world. For starters, mass shootings are a big issue in the country, maybe even in the whole world, because no one is taking their time to actually do something about it. And when I mean people, I mean, the government wise, they have the authority and they have the power to, take guns away. And honestly, a lot of people disagree and say guns don't kill people, but people do. But at the same time, it's a motive that people go and buy guns. It's easy for them to go buy a gun and shoot up anybody because they have that power, because they do not take, guns away. And to me, when the El Paso shooting happened, 22 people were killed and another 24 were injured, and the motive behind this was because of their race. Someone drove 10 hours just to go kill people, innocent people. They were buying school supplies, and honestly, I think that is so sick in the head. Like, how can you stay committed and drive 10 hours to hurt people? Like, I just don't understand, like, what this world needs for it to be like, okay, change needs to happen. Another shooting that happened was the Parkland in Florida, about Stoneman Douglas High School. 17 people were injured there, and then there's 17 people were killed. And the shooter behind this was a 19-year-old who attended school with these people. He walked around the halls. He probably didn't eat food with them, but he was in the same cafeteria. Had class with them, and to me, it's like he walked out trying to blend in with all these other students, but at the end he got caught, and later on he pled not guilty of doing this awful crime. And to me, it's like, I don't understand why people, besides the fact that change needs to be made, and yeah, guns do need to be taken away for certain things, people don't talk about the mental health issue either. Like, they don't seek help because they think help is not there. And honestly, I think that should be more, like, provided and more, you know, advertised. Because if they were to seek help, it could probably prevent something before it occurred.